Good morning.
Good morning. Still morning? Yeah. Gosh, I feel like we've done a lot.
Just about.
You've done a lot more than me because I stayed in bed while you took the dog for a walk. So thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a chilly, windy pleasure.
Chilly, windy pleasure.
Was it a pleasure for you to have a little bit extra time in bed?
It just felt like the thing that needed to happen. Yes.
So we're going to be talking about episodes 17 to 20.
We're going to have potentially a few little interruptions from Spinach Tinsel because it's the school holidays. We live in quite a holiday kind of place and there's kids playing outside. How dare they? So they're disturbing our boy.
Stop feeling joy, you little cretins.
I knew you were going to say cretins. I was about to say it and then I'm like, are we going to say cretins? Yeah. So
no, they're very lovely.
Woofs, I think they might just have to remain in because I think it's going to be a little bit of a background throughout.
Yeah.
Woofing.
They're just sort of like in our garden running around, which is, lovely.
And the really great thing about that is that it means we have to have all our curtains shut so that our dog doesn't fucking go mental.
Yay!
Anyway, you got a nice cappuccino?
Delicious, but I know it's not as tasty as your matcha.
I'm very happy.
It's been a long search to find a good matcha in Pembrokeshire, or kind of anywhere really. It can be very hit and miss.
It's so hit and miss. And I don't know what makes a good matcha, but this one is really good.
Brush it, tickle, tickle in a certain way.
Yeah, literally, brush, tickle, tickle. I was talking into the cup again. This always happens. Yeah, brush, tickle, tickle. So I guess we start with the commitment ceremony.
Yeah.
I've got notes about not everyone from these, few episodes because a lot has happened.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of I was about to say a lot of German instead of drama.
Yeah, that's
There's
weird.
a lot of German in this season. What
no,
the
all my
hell?
German GCSE's gone. I got as far as ja.
Unf.
Unf.
What's that?
No, as much as that's not a word.
Oh. What are the numbers again? You taught me all the numbers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5,
Fünf.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Zwölf.
12.
I remembered Zayn because it's the guy from One Direction.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I could remember. But I couldn't, obviously, because I didn't even say it. Oh.
Anyway, yeah, there has been a lot of German. And, oh, God, I was just about to make a terrible Tyson.
Go on.
No, I can't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everyone do the maths with that one. You can work it out. I've worked it out. It was not bad. Anyway,
yes, commitment ceremony. Telly bye-byes. What does the Teletubbies say?
Tubby bye-bye?
Tubby bye-byes.
What is happening?
No, Telly bye-bye.
Who's Telly bye-bye?
Julia and Grayson and Mel and Luke.
I can't believe Mel and Luke were still at the beginning of this week.
I know, we had a little pretend bit of hope and then she was just went all sad again. Thank God they released each other from that.
Get out of that
circle of
horrible
hell.
loop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had Grayson and Julia and brilliant. Glad they've broken up. That was silly. I'm really pleased that Alessandra was willing to bring up Julia's bisexuality because I feel like it was kind of, she kind of tried to make it a thing throughout, but it didn't seem relevant, but Alessandra was making it relevant and being like, has it had an effect on the relationship? And I think it was just good to acknowledge it and talk about it in that way, especially because at the dinner party there was suddenly rumours that she wanted to be with a woman and that was just annoying and irritating and unfair, obviously, of Beck to bring it up. So I'm glad that they've also let each other go from this circle of it going nowhere, but they were very respectful to each other.
Yeah, but what a strange old journey that was.
Really
I'm very
odd.
perplexed at how there could have been such a sense of chemistry immediately at the wedding and then that just disappear.
Is so weird, isn't it? That
it's was that pretend would she have what was that about?
I just don't know.
It really felt really real. They
palpable.
stood really close to each other but now knowing Julia, maybe that's just how she talks to everyone because she talks in kind of self-development hippie speech. So maybe she has great eye contact and stands quite close to everybody that she talks to.
And people mistake that for connection.
Yeah.
Dear.
What a funny old thing. My only other note from the commitment ceremony is just that I'm just loving David. Sorry that I got your name wrong in the first episode. I'm making up for it now because I think you're great.
Yeah,
I love
David. He's so good.
Defense of Alyssa. It's just very non-toxic. He's never like splashing around his masculinity and making it about him, or like making beef with the husband of one of the women that's causing the drama. Do you know how sometimes men do that?
That is exactly the epitome of someone being comfortable in their masculinity.
Yes.
Without having to pretend that they're anything, unlike Tyson, who keeps saying, I'm not gay. Sounds like you're gay. Sounds like you are gay.
Yeah.
So him just, not trying to show off in front of the boys as well, like you said, and just genuinely just looking out for Alyssa and saying this behaviour is embarrassing and pathetic.
Yes. And we
stop being mean.
In terms of the Tyson-David comparison, we had an interesting moment with them at the dinner party and with Stephen, didn't we? Where Stephen was opening up about not feeling good enough or something, and Tyson started trying to say, well, your wife isn't going to respect you if you're not strong and forceful, so sort yourself out. And then
Stephen was even like, well, I'm just nodding and saying yes, but I know this isn't true.
Yeah. And then David was just sitting there like completely... he just then said, you just be yourself, you're a great guy, and like just made Tyson look like such an idiot. And not that it should be about who's the most masculine, but David is winning in that situation.
Yeah, and we're also saying that his masculinity isn't
because he's secure,
oppressive in any way. And also Tyson has... Do you think he genuinely didn't know what submissive meant? Or was he just...
I don't fucking know.
Because that was just so weird. And he's like, that's not what I'm saying, Mel. And he's like, well, she was like, it is actually what you are saying.
Yeah.
It is actually what you are saying, which I loved.
He acted like he didn't actually know, like he thought it meant like kind or meek or something.
Yes, I think that might have been the words he used or something. But
because it intrinsically has a suggestion of, if you're being submissive, you're doing something that you don't want to do, basically. Because you're submitting to something that you wouldn't otherwise be doing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no reason for you to submit.
Well, and even, I don't even know, I feel like Mel wasn't even using terms that harsh. She was just saying, you don't want her to question you. You just want her to do what you say, which I think, that is what he was saying. And he seemed to not even think that's what it meant. I'm like, what do you mean? That is what submissive means, you fucking moron.
I know. He must just live in such a terrifying echo chamber that he doesn't even realise the implications of the words that he's using.
I also love how much he looks like such a freak. Just while we're on him, because I don't even have any notes about him, because I think I kind of make my eyes cross and my ears turn off when he's on there, because I just hate him so much and I can't be bothered for him to go into my brain. But something that's so annoying, just on the part where they were talking about gayness and gay marriage and blah, 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 blah. And him just saying...
when Steph was questioning him about it.
And then when Sam and Chris were talking about, we'll talk about it more later, but him being like, I just don't want it in my face. I'm like, all you are doing is presenting an alternative view of the world to everyone and pushing it on everyone, and no one's taking it on at this table. That is all he is doing. So he's that person that he's saying he doesn't want people to be.
Shoving it in people's faces.
He's shoving that in people's faces more than anyone else. Everyone else is accepting the gays and just going along with it and being like, this is lovely, we support you. And no one's supporting him because he's trying to ram something down everyone's throat. It's just so annoying to me that, like, the idea that, like, gayness and, I don't know, openness and acceptance has been pushed on people. Whereas I'm like, no, we've all just opened up in the world and understood things. Now you're pushing everyone to try and bottleneck back into negativity and, like, hatred and into... I'm seeing it as bottlenecking because I feel like it's just narrowing everyone down into a tiny thing and putting them in tiny boxes and all of that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. He's just the fucking worst.
And he didn't know the difference between tea and coffee. And he's living in Australia. He's not living in America where they're weird about tea. A lot of Australians drink tea because they're all basically British.
Yeah.
So, well, that's wrong. But
I know what you're saying.
A lot of people who live in Australia like tea because they've moved there from England.
He didn't know what the difference between tea and coffee was. That is bizarre.
Come on. That's
also
why he should be matched with Mel, because she doesn't understand rock, paper, scissors.
I'm sorry, but if you're... Steph can fuck off as well, because if she keeps trying to pretend that she supports the gays but then says I'm a Trump supporter, you can get fucked.
The way she was talking about it as well, where it was like, you know, some of them are really nice, and I know quite a lot of them, and the way they they're some kind of like frogs over there. Do you know what I mean?
No, I totally got that. And she was like, I know some lesbians, I was at their wedding, and I'm like, I bet they would have fucking loved to know that you would vote Trump if you lived in America.
If they weren't being filmed, would she have questioned him about his views about homosexuality? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like early on she said, I'm careful about how I'm tactful about how I talk about my views. And I'm like, yeah, because she hasn't said anything that bad on camera now, but in her audition tape she was saying that kind of shit. It just goes to show that it's a bit insidious.
Some people are about trans people now who think that they're being progressive when they're like, you know, it's not my place to have an opinion, I'll let them get on with it. Which is like obviously better than saying they shouldn't be allowed to exist.
Yeah.
But like there's a sense of like, it's not at all at the place of like, I want to embrace all people and have them be part of the conversation and ask them about their experience. And, you know, it's this kind of like,
it's
I'm going to look at you over
them.
there. And as long as I can't see too much, then it's fine.
Which is exactly how people were about gay people.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can just see like the way that progress kind of apparently works. It would have gone from like Steph's stage, it would have gone from Tyson's stage to Steph's stage to like people who actually aren't homophobic, but now it's all going backwards via Steph towards Tyson. Yeah. It's just
stinky.
Yeah, gross. And it just makes him seem so insecure that we'll obviously talk about Chris and Sam more. Thank God we now know their names. I'm sorry for just calling you gays the whole last episode.
After saying that them and saying how people talk about homosexuals and all the stuff, and we're like, the gays, don't know who they are.
But yeah, when they were talking about baby stuff, and Tyson's face was like, he had this weird...
And also him being like, I don't know how it all works. I don't know how it all works. And then there's like in the background him saying, well, I donated to my lesbian friend who's having a baby. And then I'm donated to have like literally explaining it word for word to everyone at the table. They don't even deserve to know because it's complicated and people look at it in a weird way. But he's got the grace and the kindness and wanting to share and people to understand where he's coming from. And Tyson can't even listen.
Yeah.
Because fuck him.
Yeah.
And he's a loser.
He's a fucking loser. Should we move away from him?
Yeah, should we move over to Beck and Danny? Because I feel like I've got a few things from them early in the, episodes, but not so much in the later ones because I'm just getting fucking sick of everyone, to be honest. You know what I mean? So we had Beck's quite humbling commitment ceremony.
Yeah.
She's always so intensely like playing with her hands and pulling her fingers. It stresses me out a bit. She just looks on edge constantly. And yeah, her being like breaking down and being like, yeah, I was unhappy and I knew I wasn't going well. I didn't know we're just not in a good place as I thought we were. I'm like, are you kidding?
Big surprise.
You didn't know you weren't in a good place?
Yeah.
Why are you being so mad then? If you were in a good place, you wouldn't have been so mad.
Yeah, and was that when she admitted that she was angry at...
I think she might have said we're not in a good place after the commitment ceremony. Like she was saying, I was totally ripped to shreds and we were not in a good place as I thought we were because Danny isn't supporting me or whatever. But yeah, she said she was still angry at Gia and then they were like, are you really angry at Gia?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, it's just so embarrassing. She's just giving Gia more and more like bullying power every time she kind of breaks down in that way. And Gia's just like absorbing it all, like, I have power over her.
Yeah.
Sick of the pair of them.
Me too. I'm also sick of that kind of energy of the whole thing of wanting to be the best couple. I'm like, guys, neither of you are.
Yeah.
So just shut up.
Yeah.
Just get on with it.
Honestly.
We had the amazing quote from Danny. If you don't tell me things, how am I meant to know? I'm not a mind reader. If I was, I'd be a billionaire. But I'm only a millionaire.
Oh my God. What?
We'd heard that he had money, but also it's so stupid that he's like, I'm a millionaire.
So embarrassing to drop that in
that
such
way.
a humble brag.
And I also reckon he's got $1 million. That I said to you, I'm like, and I reckon if he was back in the UK, he wouldn't have $1 million because it would be half the worth. Yeah. So I don't think he's a millionaire. So in British terms, I think he's an Australian millionaire. Full stop. Which isn't very impressive.
So embarrassing, and the fact that she didn't go, come on, it worries me, because I mean she's just buying all of his
she
shit.
buys everything
She's
that he
just like,
says.
oh yeah, of course,
and he looks
you
so,
are a millionaire.
In every suit that he wears, he looks like a little boy from Lord of the Flies.
God, yeah.
Oh, get them off. And why is he on there? What's it for him?
Why is he playing this game of like, oh, you know, it's hard to see her behaving in that way, but she's my wife at the end of the day. So I'm going to support her. I'm like, but she's not, and you don't like her. So what's the point in this?
What is the point in all of this?
You're just pretending. You're doing a weird play. Why?
Do you want to go to drama school?
Yeah.
Just say it. That's okay. They'll let you in. You're a millionaire.
It's really strange.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Very odd.
We've had like family and friends week and then also crash course week all at once. So it's quite a lot happening, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shall we talk about Gia and Scott's
Debacle.
drama?
Yes. So it was interesting. I mean, as you know, I'm not a fan of Gia.
Really?
I felt a bit sorry for her when his Scott's stupid friends were just like bringing up.
I felt sorry for her in that moment too.
Her, like, oh, is Gia just a better version of your ex? Like, imagine.
And that guy was just asking, and she was like, what the hell?
And then obviously Gia has a classic Gia response of shaming the other woman. No, because I'm way better because I'd never be on OnlyFans. I'm like, Gia,
yes, you would.
What is the standard that you're
And I'm also like, why do you look like that then?
yeah, what's the difference?
Sorry, I've just dragged a woman down in the same way that we were slagging
But
her
no,
off for
but
doing. But I'm
honestly,
like,
like-
it's like you can't be doing that and slagging women off for doing
Yeah,
OnlyFans.
and it's like, I'm going to be your slut because I'm married to you, but anyone else who ever had sex with you is actually a bad slut. And like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid.
And do you remember how we remember which one's a hawthorn and which one's a the other one?
which one's a hawthorn and which one's a blackthorn?
Yes.
Hawthorn has the red berries.
Because
It's
a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I thought that was
listeners
clever.
like, huh?
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about? I feel like this podcast has become more absurd. So I'm just like, let's not even explain that. Carry on.
No. Yeah, it's like she wants to be his hawthorn,
Yeah.
but also his virgin. You know, it's that old thing because it's like, yeah, I would never show a boob on the internet.
And
like, well, we're seeing quite a lot of your boob.
I don't know if I'm being naive, but I do kind of feel like he doesn't really give a fuck. He just quite likes her.
Yeah,
I think he quite
and
likes
it's
her.
like it's understandable. People get jealous of people's exes, but you know, channel it into a different way of talking.
Yeah.
But I felt sorry for her, and I think it was fair enough that she was like, well, this isn't really feeling like a nice cozy dinner because you're all like attacking me.
Yeah.
But then when she, you know, fled after seeing the picture of an ex, again, I thought that sounds like an overreaction.
Yeah, I thought the exact same thing.
Until we found out there was a picture of his ex in her underwear.
And it's a bit like, oh. And why is that coming up in memories? I didn't think that happened. I thought iPhones were smarter than that.
I know. And then he refuses to delete it.
And you could kind of see he was being stubborn, but he wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah, it was probably a defensiveness of like, well, there's nothing wrong with this. So if I do what she says, I'm admitting there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
Or something.
Which there is.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have lingerie pics of
No,
your ex
like-
in your phone. That's a bit much.
Yeah, even if it means nothing to you and you don't have some kind of creepy ex wank bank,
Yeah.
which I hope he doesn't, but who knows.
He's a man
Still,
after all.
like, you can understand why that might make Gia feel a bit funny.
Yeah, I'm glad that he then did understand where she was coming from and deleted them all. And then Gia came back, blonder hair, more Botox and fuller lips after that one trip away where she was apparently taking some space. I was like, taking some space to go to the damn salon.
It was miraculously rejuvenating, wasn't it? And then straight back to her old tricks of, we're the best couple again. Like, come on, you just had a big, nearly broke up, you disappeared.
Yeah. You're still the best couple?
Admit it. It's fine. Ugh. And now he's met her daughter,
Yeah.
which was quite cute. Like, it sounded like they got on.
I'd be surprised if these two didn't go quite far.
Yeah, me too. And it's good that that happened off camera. Like, that makes it seem more authentic.
Yeah. And also I think that the not having the competition around of like living with all the people might make a bit of a difference perhaps to them, to the expectations they have for themselves.
Yeah, I think they can do well. And I think, like, deep down in Gia, there is someone who is, like, capable of being empathetic and kind of witty and smart. But she's just learned to attack other women in order to, like, feel better. And she needs to change that.
Yeah.
Because it's disappointing. And Scott doesn't seem to give a shit about her doing that, which is also a bit disappointing. So, yes, she's not in my good books.
No, mine neither.
Who do you want to talk about next?
Should we? I'm just trying to think about family and friends week, and the only other people that are coming to mind for me are Stephen and Rachel,
Oh, yeah.
because they had a really nice family and friends
Positive.
week. It was really positive, and Rachel was getting a lot of support from everyone on both sides of the family. Hers and also Stephen's mum loved Rachel, which I was really happy about because I was nervous that she could be a bit possessive of him.
Because they have one of those, you know, Mummy Milky relationships.
I knew exactly that you were going to say Mummy Milky relationships.
And sometimes that can lead to a jealous mother who is dragging down the daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good sign that his mum wasn't critical of her. And yeah, I kind of felt like Stephen's brother at first was being a bit of a like mean big brother, being like, why are you so closed off? Like, why are you such a loser? But in the end, it actually seemed to be helpful. Like, he could recognise that he needed to be more open.
Yeah.
We do need to see that in action now. There's a lot of Stephen saying, I need to do this. And, you know, we do need to see that happening. I am also still a bit worried that he doesn't actually feel super romantic towards her. But I want it to happen.
Me too.
And I'd be surprised if she was like looking so happy and carrying on if she was getting no vibes from him. So I don't know, maybe we're being naive, but
I'm feeling naive because I want to be hopeful for her because she deserves it. And I think he deserves it too.
yeah, I want to go along with the journey.
Me too.
Let myself be in denial about it.
Yeah.
They're the only kind of hopeful, positive. Well,
Sam and Chris.
actually, yeah, we've got a few. Alyssa and David.
Yeah. All positive.
True.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
David with his weird friends that I thought were plants in the
Which were
the
they?
two girls. There's like a blonde woman and a ginger woman who
Oh,
I just assumed
yeah.
they were plants in the in the wedding. But apparently they're his friends. Okay.
Random.
And that's when Alyssa found out about the Beck thing. I can't even be bothered to go into it, to be honest, because poor Alyssa, she does not deserve this.
It's just shit, isn't it?
Really shit.
And we've got Stella and Philip, of course.
Who, yep, okay, they're doing this
Happy for them,
silly
but the love
game.
thing.
I'm just like, well, you obviously love each other, so
Yeah.
just say it, Philip. This is boring.
You can't be spending all day saying, who's going to say I love you first? When's it going to come out of your mouth? Because then you're basically admitting that it's in
there
to come out.
Yeah.
So aren't you sort of over that hurdle already?
Yeah, it's kind of like just making it silly now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Sam and Chris,
Yay!
yay, but also boo, because they pushed him into telling Sam that that's not good. I wasn't happy
was
with
very
this.
boo of the show. And luckily it ended up well, but that was very mean that they said we're going to play each other's audition tapes now. So he just knew he had absolutely no choice in revealing that big decision,
which was really mean. And then Sam absolutely was just amazing and nailed it and just had the perfect response, being like, I'm so happy for you, congratulations, that's amazing.
We
and
both got a tear in our eyes when we were watching it. I think it was just gay euphoria of like seeing someone be so respectful and respond in such a fantastic way to something that is a thing that we have already experienced before we've even had kids. People just have the weirdest reactions to, and it's really frustrating. And Sam like has more reason than most to have a weird reaction because
he's going to be in a relationship with Chris,
and he was just so lovely and just said he's so pleased for him, and like didn't make it about him, but also wasn't like completely rejecting. It was just really
it was the
cute.
Perfect supportive response. Because also obviously without context you would say, I'm not sure I'm going to have kids next year, so it's so annoying that he actually is going to have kids next year, but like that's a normal thing to say. So it's good that he went over his expected level of kindness.
And he said, and he said, oh, it's so hard for like queer people, especially men, to have kids. And like, so I'm so happy for him, and it's so amazing, like to acknowledge that and the struggles and to be able to empathize in that way, but also just like, not make it totally about him. It was just wonderful. And I think they're great. They had the challenge, they had to do their like intimacy week challenges, and they had to say what they both wanted from each other, and they both said they wanted more like closeness and physical intimacy, which
They're just a great
amazing
match, aren't they?
I love it.
Please, come on, gay maths, work for us once, please.
No, please.
Right, come on then, let's move to the main
dildo
drums. The main set event.
I love the image of him playing dildo drums. That we haven't seen it, so we can only imagine. Like, what colour are they in your mind?
Oh, pink. And purple. One pink one purple one, and he's like,
and like
in his
really
pants, and he's like,
really boingy and long. Yeah. That is hideous.
And I'm like, and Juliette, it's actually made her go insane, and I love that it's made her go insane. It's so funny.
It's made her turn into
she's become horrible
dickhead.
Yeah,
just the clip of him playing dildo drums,
and she just can't stand the idea of him being theatrical. I'm like, girl, you saw him at the wedding.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird because she kind of liked that a bit at first.
I guess it's the whole thing is just her saying she wants someone authentic, but instead she's like dimming him down for being too expressive in all of his ways, which fair enough.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like I would struggle. He's a challenging character, and there's something a bit unnerving about him that's like, are you real?
Well, that's exactly what she's having, isn't it? Are you real?
Yeah, in the same way that kind of like Dean from MAFS UK was.
Oh my god,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
And they're like, I'm just like this all the time, and you're like,
and it comes from a place of like insecurity because Dean wasn't confident in his body, and Joel was fat before, so wasn't confident in his body then, so has that still
kind of makes yourself into the Joker thing. I would find that difficult, but she's not expressing. All she says is, it's all a show. She's not saying what he could possibly do to make her stop being furious at him. She's like, it's fair enough to say I'm not feeling, like she could just say I'm not feeling the spark, but she's just being horrible to him.
There's no way back. They have to both leave. There's no way back. And she's behaving like Mel was, but more vicious.
With the hoodie on and the like, just being. The body language was unbelievable. Don't look at me with those devil eyes.
Yeah. And I've got soft eyes, Juliette. Ew! That's what she said. I was like...
But like, he's really annoying, but...
I mean, do feel sorry for him, and I'm glad that everyone at the dinner party was like, Juliette, like, you're being a bit mean.
Yeah, even after they'd all seen his wedding speech and everything. Like... I don't know. They could be completely editing it, but he does keep saying, I haven't been cruel to her once. And I think as far as we've seen, we haven't seen him be rude to her.
I believe that.
At all.
I believe that. I think she's just got the ick beyond.
Yeah.
And she just can't make him. I think she's just behaving that way because she doesn't want him to like her at all, so that she doesn't have to let him down gently. She's just like, fuck off.
Yeah. She's trying to chase him away with her own venom.
So the whole Stargate.
Stargate.
I mean, I think she's
misremembered it.
I think she's misremembered it.
I don't think she's pretending, but
I don't think she's pretending either. She said, this is exactly what he said, because I would totally do that. I'd hear, because she heard something different from what he meant. But what's so annoying is that he can't remember what he said, so he can't defend himself. But I'm like, I know you don't understand this, darling, but a lot of people in arguments, i.e. me, can't remember what they said the moment things come out of their mouth. And it's really annoying. So I feel for them both.
Yes. And also, like, you know, there's not a huge amount of difference in what he said and in what she's saying he said, but like every time she says it, it grows into this monster that's
I'm the star!
And then you screamed it in my face. I'm the star, like this, and then they just show him saying
you don't see
you
the
don't see
star,
the star
in me.
in me,
But what he meant is sparkle.
He did. I think he meant sparkle / star, because I think because of the
Mummy Milky.
We've
got another Mr. Mummy Milky here.
He does think he's a very special boy. Like, he thinks he's special compared to other people.
Yeah.
Lots of people are a bit narcissistic.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely one.
Yeah. I think a lot of people that go on MAFS are also narcissistic because they're on MAFS.
I don't think he's beyond hope narcissist. I don't know. But he didn't... He meant, I'm special, and you can't see anything special about me. He didn't mean I'm more special than every other single human here in this experiment.
And you, Juliette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is so infuriating because I thought he had remembered what he'd said. And
I was waiting for him to say it.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have said it. Again, it might have been edited out. It's so hard, isn't it, to know what's in and what's out.
And then she's just saying, you disgust me. You disgust me. You're an awful person, because he won't admit something that she thinks he said. But in her getting angry at him not admitting, all the venom she's spitting at him is so much worse than the one thing she's accusing him of doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so ridiculous.
Yes, that is
that
so...
she thinks she's justified in being so vile to him just because he won't admit that he said, I'm the star of the show, which he didn't even say. And so she's
that
allowed
is such
to
a good point. And that
sit
is
there and shout things at him from across the room.
That is how MAFS works all the time, isn't it? People behave in such abhorrent ways because they feel they've been
there's like a
been
watershed thing
to them.
That once you go past it, then everything is let loose because of this one thing.
It's all fair game. And it's like, it's not fair game.
No, you're being a horrible person right now.
Yeah. And Blair was messaging me saying that he has a friend who worked on the UK MAFS as a producer, and he was saying, I mean, obviously this is just like from one person, but it's just interesting because of the way that Brooke and now Juliette have behaved. He was saying that like there is quite little intervention from the producers in these moments.
Yeah.
And they do just kind of let it rip. And
but when else do you see people just start being like this?
Well,
so
I guess
weird.
like it's when a group of
Under
people
pressure.
that are purposefully chosen to be good TV having a load of booze at a party.
Oh, God. I guess there has been a few dramas at my work parties.
Yeah, and the only reason that they haven't been as insane as MAFS is because they weren't all specially selected to be good telly.
Yeah.
Some of them, I'm sure, could be.
Also,
What?
it's icky that he has a teddy bear, but it's you
Oh.
can't bully him in that way.
I know, and everyone was kind of like, come on, guys, he's allowed a teddy bear.
Oh, it was so embarrassing. And he had to be like, yeah, I've got a teddy. Just like owning it in front of everyone. He didn't have a single friend.
I think it's okay.
And then I think David, was it David? I don't know. Some of the like lads were like, it's fine that he's got a
It
teddy.
might have even been Scott.
I think it was Danny as well, because he always loves the other men.
Yeah, Danny was really... I think it was Danny was really kind.
He was like, you could say, I'm not even masculine enough to have a teddy bear because I'm scared of having a teddy bear.
Yeah, and I was like, Good, Danny.
Yeah, nice.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Said it in a funny way with
Weird
your dumb
towards-
brain, but like, yeah.
Weird towards the women in your life, but you're
Yeah.
good when it
with
comes.
the blokes.
Yeah.
You've got a sensitive side that we respect.
Yeah. That was just mortifying. I mean, yeah, to go back to Lord of the Flies, that was very like piggy behaviour. Piggy bullying
The glasses.
behaviour.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's, you know, he's annoying, but like, what else? What's he done apart from tap a little drum with a dildo or two? Cuddled a telly at night.
We've all done it, haven't we?
Yeah. You know,
You never know.
oh, it's just
That is embarrassing that that's on YouTube. Why? But okay.
Oh, he loves it. Oh my God, who was the other maths? George.
What did he do?
When Peggy found out that George played games in his pants.
Oh yeah.
It's a similar thing. These men
Peggy
want
and
people.
George. Oh my god. The idea of those two characters makes me feel sick about
I know.
MAFS UK.
I know.
So not only is it MAFS UK, which is shit, Mel Schilling isn't even going to be on it anymore, and it's set in the UK.
Oh,
That's all awful.
yeah. The thought of George's room with where he sits in a big chair in his pants and gets filmed.
Oh god.
But my point is, that Joel is probably glad that people have found out about his
Joel.
His it's a small soft J. Joel is glad about people have found out about his dildo videos because
they're funny.
They want people to see these things apparently.
Yankees.
But you know, you can dump him. That's fine, but don't bully him.
So what the hell?
Yeah, and Juliette has just like fucked it for herself because she could have exited without becoming a villain, but alas, she's gone down the same
They
route.
just can't help getting all a bit nasty to each other in the dinner
Those
party.
dinner parties.
I do not want to be in a dinner party.
No, terrifying.
I feared that at your birthday party last week I was doing a mass dinner party.
Oh no, we were all fun. We were all fun. We were all loud and rowdy together.
I was just steaming.
Yeah, you
I just
were.
can't remember. I can't remember. But I remember having a nice time, but I can't remember what I did. I can't.
Yeah,
I can-
yesterday you went round and started telling my dad, I've been reading about the Spanish Civil War. I was like, you told him this when you were drunk. Luckily, he's autistic enough to tell you that you had already mentioned it.
But then I said, George Orwell referred to a gorse bush as a whin bush, and he hadn't heard that before.
Lucky.
So I was able to
only
tell
because
him
you
one
read that
new thing.
after the party.
Yeah. After the party.
After the party. Oh.
Oh. Cheek to cheek. Bong, 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 bong.
Well, I think I'm done with these couples for the week.
Me too. Let's slam close the laptop and go and have something to eat.
Let's do it.
As we always do. Love you.
Love you lots. We're obviously on the Patreon, as always, talking about lots of other telly, like
Bonus audio episodes, ad-free, extra content, lovely stuff.
talking about Last One Laughing,
Yeah.
Love on the Spectrum,
Oh, new series of Love on the Spectrum.
all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah.
So that's patreon.com/watchingtellypod.
If you want to watch these full episodes on YouTube, you can go to Watching Telepod on YouTube. And if you want to follow us on TikTok and Instagram, that's also at Watching Telepod.
Oh, lovely. That was lovely.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you lots.
Bye.